Maybe you can share with the audience the notion of not just looking at trends, but looking at signals, mapping out scenarios, and thinking about how your organization and you can actually benefit as the kind of future unfolds.
So part of strategic foresight is playing out different potential outcomes. So similarly, talking about it in the context of trust. If a big organization is about to, say, invest in a huge digital transformation effort, or they're about to overhaul their data management practices, using scenario planning and strategic foresight is a way that leaders could play out how these different approaches might impact consumer trust and might impact their overall organizational operation before they actually make that huge investment. So they can say, here are some of the things that we know about today. We know that consumers are increasingly skeptical. We know that consumers need to see more proof and evidence and validation that they are safe. And here are some things that we don't know. Maybe we don't know whether or not a certain regulation will pass. Maybe we don't know whether or not a new data management technology will become available. And then we can say, all right, it seems like maybe we've got 3 different options for how to manage this data. If we choose option 1, now let's play out what the next order impacts of that would be. And ultimately, will that make our consumers feel protected, and will they feel like they can trust us? And then so on, and doing that with the other options. So strategic foresight is really just playing out what might happen before you dump an enormous amount of resource into it, so that ultimately when you get to the end, you knew that that was the outcome you were going to get to.
I think it's also hugely beneficial to an organization just grappling with the options. We spent a fair amount of time together working through this at Interact and pull the teams together to think about, where should we be playing in the market? What kind of value can we continue to bring? So I think it really ultimately really does hone in on that organization's strategy. And as you say, where should you play and how should you win?